This is how to bring an image into Inkscape on the Chromebook. The first thing you want to do is open up Inkscape in your Google Chrome using the extension. And then you're going to go to the File Manager. Inside of the File Manager window, you'll see this. It's kind of like an extra desktop. What you need to do is you need to pull an image in here. What you want to do is you want to click the little button that says Upload, and then you're going to select an image from your drive. You should have already sent this to your drive via your phone or whatever you took the images with. Okay. There are images, there's lots of different folders in here. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're pulling in the right image. If you have issues with it, it might have gone to the downloads folder, or you might have to search it using the Sherlock right at the top. What you can do is you can go in, if it came from your phone, and just type in IMG and then hit return, and it will bring up whatever images you last imported. I'm going for this mermaid image. Once it comes into the file manager and it starts uploading, you'll see it inside of here underneath whatever the image was titled. This one is 5070. And there it is inside of my file manager. Now what I can do is I can go back to Inkscape, click on the Inkscape extension, this time open Inkscape, and you have to wait till the desktop builds. Then what you're going to do is you're going to go into the File menu at the top of the Inkscape window. So I'm going to go into File, and then I'm going to go into Import. And this should then bring up that File Manager area, and you should be able to pull in your photo. Go ahead and open it. It's going to ask you what settings you want. Just make sure it says embed. And then this one is really big, so I'm going to have to probably zoom out. To zoom out on the extension, click on the little Sherlock eyeglass and then hold your shift key and it will zoom out when you click. After that, resize the image, because you'll see here that that's my piece of paper there, that little square. I need it to be super small. Then I'm going to move it. And then I'm going to click once to rotate it. Actually, I'll zoom in. Go back to my black arrow. Click on it one time to rotate it. Rotate it so that it's facing the right direction. And yes, we know the Chromebook sometimes is a little bit behind you. And then what I want to do is then leave this here, and I want to make a new layer. So what I'll do is I'll just slide this down a little bit smaller so it's fitting on the paper. And then what I want to do is I want to add a layer. To add a layer, just go up to the layers palette, add a layer, okay, make sure it's above the current one. And then to view the layers palette, it's going to be a small 3, kind of looks like a paper stack, kind of in the top right hand corner. Now I have 2 layers. I can toggle one off so you can see that I have 2 layers. And then I'm going to lock this layer by clicking on the little lock. And then the next time I go to work on this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start drawing on layer 2, which is now on top of my original picture. Once we have those layers made, then we can zoom in. I'm going to zoom in kind of far because now at this point I have that picture. It's on a locked layer. And then what I'm going to do is very carefully trace over the top of this using my Bezier curve tool. And remember that if you click and drag, you'll get more rounded corners. Once I have a completed shape, and I made a mistake there, but once I have a completed shape, then I can color it in. I'll zoom in a little bit more on this so you can see it closer. Okay, and then I'll go back to my Bezier curve tool, and I'm going to do this kind of top of the outfit here. I'm just going to click and drag. In some cases, I'm just going to click, and then I'll click and drag when I want a rounded corner. And then I might click, and then click and drag so I can get some of these rounded corners, and then back to the original image, or the original spot. And that should be red then. Oops. Once it's an enclosed shape, then I can go down to the bottom and I can color it in, and I can double check to make sure that this is an enclosed shape. And there we are. And then I'm going to do that for all my shapes in my image.